Welcome to the Road to Homeownership 2015. Hello, my name is Jerry Tribuzio, and I am America's first-time homebuyer specialist. And our team has helped thousands of first-time homebuyers achieve the dream of homeownership. We can help you unlock the door to your new home too. The 10 Steps to Homeownership is an introductory seminar which provides an overview of the home buying process. And we plan on holding live seminars in the near future as well as providing seminars on demand to view at your own convenience. Now let's begin to embark on the road to homeownership. Let's first take a look at the current market for first home buyers. There has been a decline in the market share for first home buyers from 40% to 30% over the last couple years, but in December of 2014, first home buyers represented over 60% of home sales, and this may signify that first home buyers are ready to enter the market again. It is currently a seller's market, and prices are starting to stabilize and, in fact, starting to move up. Foreclosures have tapered off, and we have seen a more normalized inventory of homes on the market being sold by sellers who actually live in the home, not banks. Finally, rates are still very low, and down payment requirements are easing up a bit. And Fannie Mae recently just started up the 3% down conventional program again, which should spur home buying activity for first home buyers in 2015. Mortgage guidelines remain strict, and it's tougher to get home loans done, but with the right team on your side, you will achieve the dream of owning a home. What does this mean to you? It is the best time to buy a home right now while interest rates are low and home prices are affordable, and you need to act before the opportunity of a lifetime slips by. Next, you must educate yourself about the home buying process and what are the qualifications for the first-time homebuyer program. One wrong move could spell disaster. I have written a book called Ultimate First-Time Homebuyer Guide, which is a step-by-step instructional manual on how to buy your first home. It will probably take you only less than an hour to read, but you are about to make the biggest purchase of your life, a home, and you must arm yourself with all the information you can so you can make informed decisions and do the right things to make home ownership a reality. Finally, you need to get a great real estate team in your corner, which includes a loan officer and a realtor who specialize in first-time homebuyer. Our team specializes in first-time homebuyer loan program, and we can refer you to a realtor and our first homebuyer partner network who can help you find the right home. We are dedicated to helping you achieve the dream of owning a home. Now let's go over the steps in buying your first home. Step one is getting your credit report with scores. You can get your credit report online with 3 scores at firsthomebuyers.net. Getting your credit report online will not count as an inquiry and lower your score. Next, you need to review your credit history for inaccurate items and dispute them with the credit bureaus. After you review your credit, then you need to determine if your credit profile qualifies for the first-time homebuyer program. Currently, you need a 620 to 640 credit score to qualify for the program. If you don't qualify now, then you need to work on your credit to improve your scores. I am not a credit repair consultant, but I do assist home buyers by phone and computer screen sharing to review the credit report together and highlight areas of concern and what you can do to improve your credit. Don't be discouraged if you don't qualify now, and it may take a few months or longer to get your scores where they need to be to qualify for the program. But if you are willing to do whatever it takes to own a home, then our team will do our best to make that happen. Step 2 is to create a budget and figure out what is the maximum payment you can afford without going house poor. You may need to cut some expenses such as dining out as often to make room for a mortgage payment. Next, you need to calculate how much money you will need for out-of-pocket fees such as an appraisal and home inspection, down payment, and closing costs. Our team emails you a good faith estimate of all the fees associated with your loan, including down payment and closing costs, when we pre-approve you for the first-time homebuyer program, and we go over each line in detail so you understand the costs associated with buying your first home. We may determine that you may need to save up some more money for a few months before purchasing a home. Step 3 involves completing a rent versus own analysis. You can visit firsthomebuyers.net mortgage calculators page and perform some rent versus own calculations on your own. But in general, it is better to own than rent in most situations when you take into account the potential benefits of buying a home, which may include tax breaks, appreciation of market value over time, and an increase in equity in the home after making each payment, which reduces the principal balance on your loan. Next, you need to make up your mind that you are going to buy a home and take whatever steps necessary to achieve that goal. And don't forget to tell your landlord that you are leaving and you are sorry that you can't pay his mortgage any longer.
How come the landlord never fixes anything in this place? I can't stand it anymore.
I am so mad. I should give the landlord a piece of my mind.
This couple has been paying $1,000 per month rent and given their landlord over $73,000 in 5 years and nothing to show for it. They could purchase this beautiful home and pay a mortgage payment which is about the same as their rent.
Thanks for bringing over the rent. Times are tough and I need to let you know that I will be raising your rent again next month.
I am sick of tired of throwing away my money on rent every month.
Our friends have told us that we should look into buying our first home, and they said we should contact a good real estate agent to assist us in our home search.
We have a deal. The sellers have accepted your offer.
We are now happy homeowners and we don't have to pay rent to that greedy landlord anymore.
Step 4 is to choose a loan program. You can visit firsthomebuyers.net to explore all the first-time homebuyer programs available. Next, you need to calculate some loan payments as well as down payment and closing cost figures on different loan programs. Again, you can visit firsthomebuyers.net mortgage calculators page to crunch some numbers. Finally, you will have to decide which program or programs will best suit your financial need. Our team can pre-approve you for all the programs you qualify for, and you don't need to make a decision until you find a home. Step 5 is getting pre-approved. You must contact a loan professional about getting pre-approved and fill out the online mortgage application as best you can. And don't worry if you don't fill it out perfectly. A lot of first-time home buyers get intimidated by the mortgage application, but don't worry, it won't bite you. You need to complete this application so we can determine what price range you should be looking in, what is your maximum mortgage payment, and down payment options and closing costs associated with your loan. If you would like to know how to fill out the application in detail, you can go to my book, Ultimate First Time Homebuyer Guide. In Chapter 5, there is a detailed job aid which goes over each line of the application, and I give you what the line is asking for and an explanation what you should be filling in, which is very helpful when you're filling out the full mortgage application. Next, you will need to provide all the documentation and information to your loan officer. You will need to provide current pay stubs, last 2 years of W-2 forms, and possibly tax return, 2 most current bank statements, and other information to process your pre-approval application. Today is much more work to get a mortgage, but you must be committed to cooperating with your loan officer in order to get your loan pre-approved so you can purchase your first home. After you are pre-approved, you will get a pre-approval letter. You must have a pre-approval letter in your hand before you start looking for a home to let sellers know you are a serious buyer. Also, being pre-approved is different than just being pre-qualified by a lender. I will provide a link at the end of this presentation which explains the difference between pre-approval and pre-qualification. Step 6 is to find a great realtor who can assist you in your home search. A realtor will help you find a home, write an offer, and put in a contract and negotiate the best deal on your new home. Also, a real estate agent will provide you with listings of some of the most current homes on the market. The services provided by a realtor usually don't cost you a dime in most areas of the country. Finally, first home buyers can refer you to a preferred realtor partner who loves to work with first-time home buyers. You simply fill out the short Realtor Finder form on firsthomebuyers.net and a real estate professional will contact you to assist you with your home search. Now the fun part begins with step 7, when you start your home search. First, you will need to make a list of all the features that your new home must have, and then you need to make a wish list of all your wants, but not necessities. Here is a home wish checklist which you can find in Chapter 2 of the Ultimate First Time Homebuyer Guide, which you can use to check items that your home needs and wants, which you are willing to give up if the home doesn't have these features. Next, you need to check out property listings and make appointments to view homes you are interested in. The realtor will take you out to view several homes, and you need to take your wish list as well as a house hunting worksheet to track everything about the home, and you should take photos of each home and attach them to the corresponding worksheet so you don't forget what each home looks like. We are almost there in achieving the dream of home ownership. In step 8, once you find a home you want, you need to determine what price you want to pay for it. The realtor will find pending and closed sales in the area to determine what price you should offer the seller so you don't overpay for the home. Next, your real estate agent submits an offer with your terms such as seller paid closing costs. She will submit the price you want to pay, when you want to close, and other items such as repair and closing cost credits. The goal is to get an accepted offer and contract on your new home. If the seller doesn't accept your offer, then you can negotiate the deal or look for another home. Usually negotiations go back and forth, but there is usually some give and take on the terms of the contract, and you shouldn't walk away from a good home over a small concession. One time I had a client who wanted to walk away from a deal because of a broken washing machine hose, and she was just scared and had cold feet, and she ended up proceeding with the deal once she realized she was being irrational. Once your offer on a home is accepted, then you are ready for step 9, which is to secure the mortgage. You need to contact your loan officer and send them a fully executed purchase contract to start processing your loan. Next, your loan officer will send your mortgage paperwork to sign and a list of documents required to process your loan, and you should respond to his request as quickly as possible or the closing on your home could be delayed. Every second counts, and you must make it a priority to cooperate with your loan officer. Next, it is time to see what your home is worth, and your lender will order an appraisal on the home. If the value of your new home falls short, then you could either renegotiate with the seller to lower his price, or you can walk away from the deal. Once the appraisal is done and the lender has received all the necessary documents and information and verification, then you are ready to submit your loan to an underwriter for approval and clear any condition. Once your loan is approved, there will probably be some conditions, which means you need to provide a few more documents and information. And once these items are cleared by the underwriter who approved your file, you are clear to close, and your file is sent to the closing department to set up your closing document. Today is the day, and you have finally made it to the closing table. You and your attorney will review the closing statement. You will sign off on all the mortgage paperwork and give your check for the down payment and closing costs if applicable. I have had many deals which a buyer puts zero down payment and the seller pays all the closing costs, so they needed to bring zero funds to the closing. Finally, the realtor will give you the keys to your new home, and you are now a homeowner, which is one of the greatest joys in life. Potential homeowners give many reasons for not buying a home, such as no money for down payment, credit score is not good enough, mortgage payment will be too high, and I like giving my landlord all my money. But today you have the greatest opportunity to live the American dream. And you need to decide if you want to continue to rent and throw away your money, or do you want to take whatever steps are necessary to achieve the dream of home ownership. Please call Jerry Tribuzio at 847-516-5743 or contact any one of our dedicated first-time homebuyer loan specialists 7 days a week at 847-305-3162. Also, you can visit our website at firsthomebuyers.net or email us at dream@firsthomebuyers.net if you don't know where to start and you have questions about the steps in the home buying process. Please stay tuned for future live and on-demand seminars. Don't forget to download Ultimate First Time Homebuyer Guide at firsthomebuyers.net. The book provides you with step-by-step instructions on how to buy your first home, and it contains great information on all the first-time homebuyer programs and how to qualify for these programs. Here's a list of useful links and information to assist you in the home buying process. You can email us at dream@firsthomebuyers.net if you would like this list in a Word doc format. Charles Dickens said, "My advice is to never do tomorrow what you can do today. Procrastination is the thief of time." So start on the road to home ownership now.